Greetings and welcome back to Switch to Linux. My apologies, I was a minute late. I had to get some ice cream out of the freezer, and I was making a vanilla butterscotch ice cream, and it was quite amazing, I gotta say. All right. School suspension day because I got into a fight when the people in ISS was there because they got caught bringing drugs to school and they were going to be suspended the next day. Oh, pizza. I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. But, you know, man, it's hard. You got to walk away, but sometimes they don't let you. And it's the unfortunate part of reality. So just, you know, steer clear, do your best, avoid confrontation if you can, you know, but oh well. Anyway, let's jump on to the comments. And we have a new section to unveil today. We'll get to it when we get to it. I think it's our last section. So, Supersonic gets first. Bean6754 is second. Greetings, Yu-Gi-Oh Master. Hello there. Whoa, I'm early. Sweet. Yep, that's right. All right, let's see. Steven, hello there. Democracy, the Rich Man Sport. Salutations to you. And Midnight Owl, hello there. Noah, good afternoon, Noah. Still having Wi-Fi problems on Ubuntu. Really? That is weird. And it said it did not find that driver. That's double weird. Friday Night Linux, everybody. Hello, Mike. Brian, the Computer Geek. Hello, how are you? Present Arms. How's it going? All right. Linus Tech 6 says, Windows Update deletes files. Yes, it does. We're going to be covering that article today. That'll be in our business section. What's the male equivalent to Maiden? Bachelor? I believe it is. Yes, not only on LTT, but also other new YouTubers. An in-school suspension. Yeah, everyone join me in saying pizza, pizza. I hope you don't get in, like, trouble outside of school, too, for that. I mean, it depends, though. If you were looking around, you know, you didn't do what you could, but, yeah, if my kid, he got into a fight because he tried everything else but couldn't get out of it, psh, dude, it happens, you know? But yeah, I hope you're okay, man. How dare I be a minute late? I know. Quaint Wingate, greetings. How's it going there? Frost Ranger, the Frozen Ram, hello. The Mike, greetings. A whole minute late, Ruin. That was 2 minutes late, man. I mean, technically, it was crazy. What's up, Benjamin? How's it going there? Lost Gnostic, hello. Remember in school suspension, you spun a lot like I was a kid. Yep, I remember that. Hello, Anarita. Greetings.
Hi, Anarita. Where's my digital girl?
All right. Breaking news. Latest Windows 10 update will delete your personal files. Yes, it will. We're going to be covering about that. I was cornered. It was self-defense. The school even admitted the only reason I got in trouble was because it was a girl. Oh, dude. You should so play the gender card. You should so play the gender card. But you know what? As long as the school understands it, all right, it happens, whatever. Accept it, and that's okay. But glad you weren't looking for trouble. Glad you're okay. All right. Coffee for Seda? Yeah. In fact, I had to brew me up a cup of coffee myself just for today. You can pick up one of these stainless steel coffee cups at shop.switchtolinux.com. Daniel, greetings. All right, I did not get grounded because it was self-defense. Good, very good. And luckily it doesn't go on a permanent record. Yeah, well, the permanent record only lasts as far as high school anyway, so. Remember what, if you ever watched the old Nickelodeon show Doug, you know, there was a big thing, the permanent record, the permanent record. A permanent record is just a bunch of hokey crap. But yeah, there you go. All right. Linux and other things did a good overview of my OS very well. All right, very cool. Supersonic, hello there. Good, you didn't get grounded because it was defending yourself. Yep. You used IP-Link. Always worked great in Ubuntu when using AMD FX CPU. The latest updated version of Windows 10 is a train wreck. Windows 10 has always been a train wreck. There's nothing new there. How do you get Linux Mint Budgie? Noah, I have go into my video catalog and search for Linux Mint Budgie. You will find there. Hey, Pizza, could you find that? I don't think I have another mod on. Yeah, if one of the mods on could go to my video archive and find the Linux Mint, how to add Budgie to Linux Mint and paste it in, that'd be cool. I don't have the time right this second. Don't feel bad. 14 had to beat up my abuser who was 21 years my senior. I was branded the bad child just for self-defense. I loved Doug when I was a kid. That was my favorite show. Virtual high five. That was my favorite. I love Doug and Salute Your Shorts. I want to find those on DVD. That'd be awesome. That'd be a trip down memory lane, I think. All right, so let's go ahead and jump on in. We are going to jump in with the privacy news first. And I had to move our namesake articles to the end of the privacy news instead of the beginning. I didn't want to start the whole news with our namesake article. We gotta build into it. We gotta build into it. And actually, though, before I do that, I want to make sure. Is that it? Is that it? I just want to rearrange one of the articles there. All right, there we go. All right, so on to privacy news. So this was an interesting article here on Face ID. Of course, Apple pulled the SE and all of the other phones that didn't have Face ID. So now all of the new iPhones you can still get them aftermarket, of course, but all of the phones you can get from Apple all have Face ID. There's also, Face ID, Retina ID on several of the other phones that are coming out, and it's like the latest fad and trend, and so everyone's jumping into it. The problem is like Face ID and fingerprints. I mean, come on, fingerprint scanners, which I don't use. These fingerprint scanners and things like that. The biometrics is not protected under your constitutional rights. Passwords generally are. There's been cases where people have been forcefully compelled to give up passwords. Of course, there's the one guy who's been in prison without ever being charged simply for failure to unlock a drive. Okay, I think that's wrong. I think that judge should go to jail for a few years now. Okay, if they can't mount a defense without that information in his head, they don't have anything to bring on him. Let him go. All right. But the problem is that these things now, what's going on here is there have been cases, in fact, just a recent one, an FBI case with, I think it had to deal with illegal pornography, if I remember correctly, where they're just basically like, literally what they get really tricky with this. Of course, they're very well trained in psychology. They'll just be like, is this your phone? And they hold it in such a way, is this your phone? So you glance at it and boom, it unlocks. And then they just come over here and turn off all the stuff and scan through the thing and see what's on there. And this is, so basically what this is talking about is, of course, the border doctrine, which is complete crap. I mean, maybe border doctrine okay for, a mile or two beyond the border, but the way it runs right now, pretty much everywhere in the state of Florida is border doctrine. Half of the state of Texas, which is consequently a huge state, almost all of California, almost all of New Mexico, Arizona, are border doctrine type states. And of course, the northern ones, maybe even as far down close to where I'm at. Border agents could come by and without really anything be far more aggressive than police can be. Basically what they're saying, the point of this article is that with this Face ID, everyone doing the Face ID type stuff, this is becoming a big issue for security and privacy as everything is moving towards these Face ID directions. And that's kind of that. And I didn't mention this at the beginning. I meant to. If anybody can keep track of timestamps, either when we start the major sections, privacy, business, and our new section, I'm not going to name yet. Anytime I go on fire, if anybody can timestamp those, or if you're super ambitious and you want to timestamp articles, and post those in the comment when we're done. That way I can actually have timestamps. It takes a little bit of time off of me, and that way we have timestamps for future reference. If anybody can do that, let me know, or just do it and paste them in the comment. And if I see those, as I see a good one, I'll pin it to the top, or I'll copy it and paste it in. Basically, all you need to do is just literally write the time in, 12:60 format, and it'll automatically form. All right. Next. This was fun. The Conservative Party conference app reveals MPs' numbers. So this is in the UK. The Conservative Party's there meeting. They'll have their app apparently. Well, apparently the app had a major security vulnerability. You could just type in anybody's public email address, and there were no passwords. Type in anybody's public email address, and you're basically in their account. So they could see all sorts of data, basically all of the privacy data that was out there. So all you basically got to do is load the app up, put in his public email address, and it gave you everything. Let me log in as Boris Johnson. It just straight up gave me all the details used for his registration. Whoops! Be careful of the apps you're putting data into, folks. So basically, it just allowed them to... Was that UK or was that Australia? It was created by... I think that was his UK, but I think the app was created in Australia. So that's kind of funny. Very, very quite hilarious, I gotta say. They come out, oh, no, nothing's bad. And, you know, nothing bad was determined. Yeah, well, sure, like you know that. It was kind of funny, though. That was just glorious. And then again from Ars Technica. This was an interesting one because Oakland, of course in California, they have been doing a lot of tech surveillance type stuff for a while. But I like the way they're doing things. I prefer they don't have so much tech surveillance, but they can't have, according to the policies of the city, they can't have any of this, anything without it going through public scrutiny and public knowledge. So they can't buy, the police department can't buy IMSI catchers or tanks or bazookas or other surplus military gear without being publicly disclosed to the local community. And so some people are looking at this as a representation for how cities should be implementing a variety of technology. So it means surveillance equipment. It means again, any IMSI catchers, which of course generally they're not allowed to use now without a warrant, according to precedents being set forth now. Excess security cameras, license plate scanners, things like that. They can't do any of that without telling people. And I like that. I wish we could go without it at all, but in this crazy world where unfortunately we have it, at least we know what they have. And so that is certainly a consideration. So I like that. Kudos to them for at least being a little bit more intelligent on that. That's good for my sake. Oh, and this was a good one here too. I wanted to find the original article, but it didn't have quite as much of the backstory. So if you're going into New Zealand, you get in there to New Zealand, and whether you're domestic, whether you're an international traveler, if they happen to have cause, which according to their documentation is not particularly forthright. It's very nebulous. It could mean anything. Basically, if you do not allow them to unlock it, they're going to fine you at 5,000 New Zealand dollars, which is about 3,200 US dollars. So if you are not going to allow them, and the problem is it's just so nebulous what it could mean. So items such as mobile phones, iPads, Android tablets, hard drives, laptops, digital cameras may be examined. An officer can ask for a password or ask you to enter it. We do not keep your password or alter your personal data. Before an officer can search an e-device, they must be able to point to facts or circumstances that provide a basis for suspecting the person in possession of the device is involved in criminal offending. To make more invasive search, detain, and forensically examine the device, the threshold is reasonable cause to believe, which is a higher threshold. An officer must have reasonable belief the device contains evidence of criminal offending. If we need to detain your device for further examination, an officer will explain this process to you. Now, what people are saying is that could mean anything. So literally, if you're traveling through New Zealand, plan to fork out $3,000 or allow your guys to look at it. Now, a caveat to this, they're not allowed to search anything on the cloud. So you could, in theory, just mirror your device to the cloud, delete everything locally. They pull it up, put 3 or 4 funny pictures in there, that might make them laugh. I don't know. No, I'm not even going to joke about it. There's young people on. But put something on the phone that just for the laugh factor, because they're not allowed to search the cloud storage device. Now, the thing is, of course, they might be able to detain forensically, because who travels with no information on their device? Well, I don't. I'll tell you that. I keep my device pretty well cleared off. So that's kind of my take. What do you guys think about that? But it's very, very nebulous. Oh, Fitbit in the news again. Fitbit data was used to charge a 90-year-old man and stepdaughter's killing. The first question I have, okay, guys, my neighbor next to me here is 90 years old. I don't think the man could pick up something heavy. I have a hard time believing anybody could get killed by a 90-year-old man. But I don't know. Maybe it was a 90-year-old Arnold Schwarzenegger or something. I don't know. He looks in pretty good shape. But my neighbor's 90 and he struggles to pick up the newspaper, okay? I don't know how an adult... I mean, I guess she was 67. I guess she's getting up there in age as well. But she's 67... She apparently gets killed by a 90-year-old. I'm still trying to wrap my head around these facts, knowing a lot of people in their 60s and 70s and 80s and 90s. That's a little odd. But anyway, regardless, all the craziness of that aside, basically what they did is, in order to place the exact time of death, they utilized the Fitbit data, which indicated that the stepdaughter's heart rate increased at a certain time and then stopped at 3:28 p.m. about 5 minutes before the Mr. Elio left the house. Of course, basically he shows up, she shows up at his house. He leaves the house. He comes back. Oh my God, she's dead. Well, they took the Fitbit data, determined when her heart stopped, and they used that as evidence that he was still in the house at the time of her death. So he was arrested. Ultimately, the point here is, guys, these devices just push all this data in the cloud, and the more data's up in the cloud, the more it gets normalized to have data up in the cloud. The more it's normalized to get data up in the cloud, the more data's there. It's just kind of crazy. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. So it's just like, But yeah, I don't want Fitbits to store all my data in the cloud. I don't care if it makes it easier to figure out who hath murdered me. Give the police officers a good job. Let them piece together the events. I mean, come on. All right. Oh, boy. Now, on to the insanity of this. This is an old article. I've talked about this article before. It's just so fabulous. This was a kind of a study used to prove a point. I really, Mashable, get rid of that stupid ad up there. Thank you. ProPublica was involved in this to figure out how gullible / stupid / uncaring people are about their data. And so what they did is they went on to, this was 2014, they went on to, onto campus, and they had these cookies that were, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram cookies. And literally they were giving these out in exchange for fingerprints, partial social security numbers, mother's maiden name, just pretty much anything, all for a cookie. A cookie. Yes, here's my social security number. For a cookie. Fingerprints? Yes, you can fingerprint me. Well, where's my cookie? Check, please. I want out of the human race. All right. So they did this for a study, and more than half the people had their photographs taken. Just under half, 162 people, gave what they said were the last 4 digits of the Social Security numbers. 1/3, 117 people, allowed her to take fingerprints. She examined people's driver's license to verify some of the information they provided. All right. When people asked Puno what she's going to do with their information, she refused to stay. Instead, she referred them to the terms of service, a full page of legal boilerplate displayed in tiny print, which gives her the right to display the information and share it with others. The performance art experiment highlights what privacy experts already know. Many Americans are not sure how much their private data is worth, and that consumer judgments about what price put on privacy can be swayed by all factors. While most people will say they value privacy, there's a clear dichotomy between what we say about privacy and what we do. All right. So, of course, I covered this article in the past about how foolish and stupid it is for people to give up personal data. But just out this week, there's a coffee shop. One of these operates in the United States right now, I believe. There is a coffee shop. It will turn away customers who are not faculty or students. The faculty can pay with cash, but the students buy their coffee with their personal information. Check, please. I want out of the human race. All right, guys, I have some coffee here. Who's going to give me their Social Security number for this coffee? Oh, and I'm going to need to see your driver's license so I can verify something, all right? Let me see that. So, basically, let's see. We have some of those people walking off the street and a little confused and taken back when we can't sell them any coffee. Okay, tip, guys. If you want to run a successful business, when someone comes in off the street, take their money! Take their money! For crying out loud! I want to come in and buy some coffee. Here's my money. I'm sorry. No, we don't want your money. What do you want? Oh, you're not a student or a faculty member? We don't want it. You just leave. Huh? But anyway, they'll take a little bit of cash from the professors, of course, but the students are just stupid. This is what happens when you go to college, people. You become an incompetent moron who gives up your personal information for coffee. Coffee! 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 I love my coffee, people! I love my coffee! But there is not a chance in Hades or in this fire behind me that I'm going to go into a coffee shop and give up my personal information for a cup of coffee. They literally keep accounts on these students. You show them your ID. You slide it in. You give them your major. You give them your birth date. You give them your age. You give them your everything for coffee. For coffee. We are toddlers in this country. Toddlers. We want to give up personal data for coffee. Check, please. I want out of the human race. All right. They will turn away customers if they're not college students or faculty members. The cafe allows professors to pay, but students have something else the shop wants: their personal information. To get the free coffee, university students must give away their names, phone numbers, email addresses, and majors, or in Brown's lingo, concentrations. Sounds like a concentration camp to me. Students also provide dates of birth and professional interests, entering all the information in an online form. This is just getting better and better. If that seems a little invasive, Ferris said, the students don't seem to mind.
Coffee, coffee, data, coffee, I don't care, I have nothing to hide. Nothing to hide. Coffee, data, it's free, it's free.
Oh my God. They don't seem to mind. She thinks she doesn't think she's seen a single customer refuse to give up their data. It certainly didn't seem to bother Nina Wolf-Lundu. A junior at Brown, she's studying environmental science, which the cafe already knows. Well, that's creepy. Lendu said the data collected is easily accessible on LinkedIn and all of the other websites on a free Google search, so why does it matter anyway? I just want to roll over and play dead. I think the sheep has fallen into the pit. Quote, maybe I should have been more apprehensive, but everyone has your information at this point anyway, she said. To give out my name and email address and what I study doesn't seem too risky to me. Oh yeah, you just wait until you're like me and you have to get rid of a phone number you've had for the last 20 years because scammers got a hold of it and won't stop calling you. For the love of God. So what does this cafe want the info for? Some of it gets provided to companies that pay to have their logos displayed in the store, according to the cafe managers. You know, if I were a company, I wouldn't be paying or wanting anything to do with a store that turns away paying customers. This is a bad idea, people. I know that data is valuable, but money's slightly more valuable than data, okay? According to the cafe managers, the companies also host recruitment sessions inside the cafe. Owned by the Japanese company Enrision, Sairu Cafe operates similar shops in Japan and India and other locations. Corporate sponsors include big names such as Microsoft, Nissan, and Suzuki. In response to a request for information, Alex Anu, Sairu's cafe's general manager, wrote in an article that the cafe does not give out the data on specific students, but it does provide general aggregate data such as student majors and expected graduations. Of course they don't give out the data. They wait for Anonymous to hack the server and Anonymous will give out the data. Oh, wait. It's very secure. I don't think Anonymous can crack the database of this. They just can't. All right. Sitting in the location in Province, Daniel Traver, an environmental engineering student at Brown, said he thinks future corporate sponsorships will bring more career-focused students and more controversy. You think? I don't think it's going to bring more career-focused students anyway, but I think there will be some sort of pushback. I think a lot of people could be against some of those sponsors. Yep. If I walk into a coffee shop and I start seeing logos of the companies that endorsed a coffee shop whose major business model was collecting and selling people's data, I have a sneaky suspicion I wouldn't want anything to do with those companies. That's insanity. But corporate connections aside, should students be more wary of giving up personal information? Yes! Yes! Wake up! Smell the coffee. Don't give up so much information. Nicholas Tella, Director of Information Security at Johnson and Wales University, was a little more skeptical than the customers inside the cafe. If they're going to give you something for free, this data is being collected. For any vendor, there seems to be more value in the data than in the product. Right now, the cafe in Province doesn't have any sponsors. Assistant manager Sarah Ferris said the student information she and her staff are collecting will be used to narrow down the companies the cafe will bring on as sponsors. She said student data is securely held and will not be sold to third parties. This is so secure it can't be hacked and released. All right. They're very good about keeping everyone's information close. They don't sell it. They don't do anything of that sort. I bet they do. They don't sell it. They just rent it. Province location is the only cafe operating in the U.S. The company hopes to open up more cafes near Amherst College, Harvard, Yale, and Princeton. Why is it that the supposed elite universities where our best brains go to are so incompetent they would give up their data for coffee? This is like the land of the morons. Holy criminy. Holy criminy. Yes, we're going to open up locations next to all of the best colleges in the United States so we can see just how stupid their students actually are. Wow. Well, let's check back in with comments. Oh, boy. Alrighty. Oh, thank you, pizza. Breaking news. The news is so broken. Hello, Thomas. Greetings. How are you? I had a fight in school last year, but didn't get in trouble. What happens to Face ID if you get into an accident? Yeah. I can't get into my phone to call the police. Don't worry. By that time, your car is going to call the police for you. Come on, haven't you seen the OnStar commercials? Oh, we sense you've been in an accident. We'll be here with you. Police is on the way. Creepy! Oh, boy. Fingerprint reader if you lose that finger. Yep. Okay, exactly what was I worried about? Is there a passcode? Yes, there is a passcode. You always have the access to the passcode. Put tape over the camera. Put tape over the notch. Yeah, I want to see the wall that stops a plane flying over it. There you go. All right, you just have to disable Face ID. You can still have a complex password. I have one that's totally secure. There you go. It's funny, SwitchLinks, typical U.S. government mess up. Yeah. Always use PIN password to protect your stuff. Never use your own body. Something about fingerprint face not being protected. Yep. You know, sometimes it's good to be old school, and I still do not care. I see a physical map of the city in my car, and yes, I'm old. That's what I do. That's what I do indeed. Hello, Paul. Greetings. Wondering what I can have for a snack. Tastiness. Cops in Chicago just convicted for second-degree murder for shooting a kid 16 times for no reason. Oh, joy. I'm so glad I didn't take that job in Chicago I was offered at one time. Yeah, I'm wondering on Gen 2 installation. Pray for me, guys. I'm working on it. We'll pray for you, man, but there's some miracles even God doesn't want to work with. Linux, last time it took me about a week. I put SSH and tmux on it, and learning how to use tmux in the process. Compile times are ridiculous in Gen 2, though. Yeah, just want to learn. There you go. Learning is cool. Heard about a 90-something-year-old lady who chased out 3 men who broke into her house. Yeah, if she's got a gun, that's a different matter. I don't know. Maybe the 90-year-old guy had a gun. I don't know. Installed it once, took me about a week between working, etc. Put KDE on it, edit it to make okay. Back to Arch, needless to say, it's Gen 2 for people with lives. Or if you want Gen 2 for people with lives, install is it Sabayan Linux, I think. That's pretty good. Guess what? New driver's licenses have RFID chips in them now. I was asked if it was okay to have an antenna in it. If I would have said no, no license. Well, that's kind of creepy. Well, I'm going to be lining my wallet with tinfoil. Fingerprint me for a cookie at the police station. Yeah, there you go. Only if you get the enhanced driver's license. At least that's how it works in my state. They still offer the normal ones without the chip. When stage 1 install was like a ritual or something, I thought, okay, I did LFS before LFS thing. Just give away their identity for a cookie. Yep. Everything to break into their accounts. Militarize my prints, which means I'm in an international database. Yep. What happened to student cards? Coffee? Sure. XXXXXXXXX. There you go. Yep. There you go. 624026656. Now where's my coffee? There you go. All right. Hope someone gets that joke. Tom's on fire. Stop, drop, and roll. Is personal data more valuable than money to people now? Probably. Here's my social security number. Now give me coffee. Alright. Here, pizza. Have some coffee. We'll play Willy Wonka. You gotta grab it out of your screen. Alright. What's your heart rate? You're gonna have a heart attack. Nah. I need some excitement in my life anyway. Come on. Fire, fire, pants on fire. I'd totally sell my soul for a cup of coffee. Yeah, it depends on how the day's going so far, right? Would you sell your data for coffee? Would you? Yeah?
Hello, peoples.
Alright. The kitty's been up here wanting on the mouse pad for a while. There you go. I got a cat pad now. Hello, Sleepy Eyes Vance. How's it going there? Coffee robots. You might have missed Tom on Fire. To be honest, college students today are not the brightest of people. Coffee cross coffee bread. Everyone already collects data, so it doesn't matter that X does it. Yep. Uh-oh, Kenny also missed the fire. Social Security is a scam in the American population. Yep. That's the exact argument I've seen for this person. I know my IRC that loves her Amazon Alexa Echo Dot spy device. Oh, everyone has my data, so I don't care anymore. Somebody mentioned it, so we have to. Obligatory. Hey, Alexa, order unicorn meat. Confirm. You were 12. You once searched how to make a bomb, so you can't get the job. Yep. There you go. Use that argument every single time I bring up something about privacy. Yep. Relax, honey. I'm worried too much sugar and too much coffee. He's working himself up. Tax file number in Oz, but you never get away with that any other employer. Everything's stored in plain text, of course. Yeah. Doing Gentoo because I'm learning i3 Windows Manager on Arch right now. And I think maybe if I put that on Gentoo, I might cut some time a bit. Also not a good coder, so I want to learn by immersion. There you go. Oz is where? I don't know, but he's got a wizard. He's really a little man behind the curtain. Reminds me of the Devil's Store on Rick and Morty. Come to the different dimension. We have coffee. Inside joke from when I was in the Gamers Club in high school. There you go. I saw a t-shirt the other day. It said, I have turned to the dark side, but don't worry, I brought a flashlight. Imagine when Starbucks will start doing this. But to wake up, they need to get coffee from their data. Fancy myself being the Wizard of Oz. Okay. We get to the point where cameras are in every room in our house, I will move to Antarctica. Yeah, but Antarctica is really where all the government spying goes on, so there might be just as much surveillance there. Starbucks already does it with their card program. I'm going to have to look into the Starbucks card program. Want a coffee? I'm sorry, I'll go to the kitchen. Yeah. Oh, and LC thought you might be somewhere out over the rainbow. Coffee maker still works just fine and I have a full thing of coffee in my cabinet. Yeah. Didn't have to give up any data for it. Yep. Revenge of the Nerds. You just scared my cat and I was not wearing headphones. There goes the cat. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I scared your digital girl away, CJ. Idiocracy was prophecy, not a movie. Okay. They are not making any money off people paying for their coffee. How much are they keeping their lights on? How are they paying their bills? Somehow you are the product, my friend. Yep. Before you know it, they will open one in State College. Oh, joy! Actually, all the coffee shops in State College are, I think they're converted to Starbucks now. They were Seattle's best, but I think they're Starbucks now. I don't know. I haven't meandered to the center of campus for a while. I do know our bookstore is now officially a Barnes & Noble bookstore. If you've been to South Chicago, you understand why the cops are shooting people. Yes, I have been to South Chicago. Hello, Political Monkey. Greetings. If I visit Chicago, do you need a bulletproof vest? Yes, mostly from the police. Janie had no gun. Try to calculate to check out this make config out of curiosity since it's automatically wanted to see if it did it differently. Heard the outlawed guns in Alcyland. Joke's on you, coffee shop. I don't even drink or like coffee. There you go. Kitty would sell his data for kitty treats or catnip. Not for catnip. For kitty treats, he would. You got to sell us some data for cat treats today, okay? Is the coffee you sold your soul for at least good coffee? Questionable. Hello, Keegan. Greetings. Just got home from school. Missed Wednesday stream because I was too busy turning 30. Well, congratulations and happy birthday. My mother's maiden name is blank. Carrying a pocket knife since Cub Scouts. Yeah. Well, most states you can't carry a switchblade. My gun is more legal than my butterfly knife. Go figure that one. Sold my soul and only got freeze-dried coffee. Oh! Most vulnerable before the first copy. Here's my soul. Now where's my coffee? How many times can you trade your data for coffee? Can I do it multiple times and give them false info? I don't know. That's a good question. Guess you have to slide your thing. Yep, we have every bit of data about you already. Every time you slide in, you got to give something else about them. What's your deepest, darkest fear? Time to go underground. Just bring PC and supply moves in the world and TV. Yeah. Making small bombs with chemistry sets in the 70s. Luckily, if you can make fizzy water these days, with all that they call chemistry sets. Yeah, actually, you really can't find chemistry sets anymore. There's a couple little things out there. Kitty, don't throw my camera around. No, don't throw my camera off the desk. Don't do it. Presidential alerts, invasion of privacy. There you go. I buy green coffee beans online, but I'm weird. Where do you find them? Hello there, Tech Lore. Cocoa for data? Data for cocoa. Personal data for cocoa. You want to have some hot chocolate? You got to tell me your mother's maiden name. By the way, guys, if you have not checked out Tech Lore's new video series on privacy, his online course, check out his website. It's at techlore.tech. It's actually being posted to his YouTube channel. Just go over there and go to his YouTube channel. He's got, how many, two or three videos out on it so far. Really good videos. Really well done. My part of town is more sleazy side of bikini coffee here. Trust me, Starbucks is not Seattle's best. No, Starbucks coffee is actually quite nasty. And honestly, they just don't know how to make good coffee. If you buy the Starbucks coffee beans and make it at home, it's amazingly good. If you buy Starbucks coffee from Starbucks, it is nasty. Are children going to be able to give up their data? That's dangerous, yeah. Come on, these are all the 18-year-old college students, though. Just naive enough to be taken advantage of completely in this world, but just over that legal boundary so people can take advantage of them in this world. Someone wants my name, I'll just tell them, oh yeah, my name's Dave, even cops. Not that I've had much experience with that. Uh-oh. Really, coins for coffee should be the law. There you go. Pulls up in van. Hey, kitty, want some catnip?
Oh, catnip. Oh, yummy. Catnip, catnip, catnip. I will give you anything for that catnip.
Smash the like button, guys. Smash that like button if you like it. Or apparently a bunch more people made dislike bots because all my videos are getting like 4 or 5 dislikes now per video. It's kind of exciting. Wife just said, why buy coffee when you can bring it home from, bring it from home where it only costs $6 in the last 7 months? Yeah, pretty much. Canada, guns are illegal. America, Kinder Surprise eggs are illegal. Yep. Yep. Okay, one time I was walking around with my hands in my pockets and they got me for concealing deadly weapons. Ooh. Lesson from the Odyssey. My full name is Nobundy. Oh, nobody. There you go. I got it. I get it. I get it. I get it. Where are you getting coffee for $6 the last 7 months? Yeah, I pay about $6 for a month's worth of coffee. About maybe 2 months, actually. Yeah, it depends. Coffee or tea? I'm drinking coffee. It's an extra coffee day today. I support guns, but must have a license. Not big trouble. Yep. I made the mistake of buying coffee from Ollie's once. Never again. That stuff must have been 5 years old. It was nasty. Blood and urine samples. There you go. Starbucks coffee sucks. It tastes like burn and it's too expensive. Yep. So you know it'll be going to be Bitcoins for coffee. I think you can at one place. Vienna Coffee Company here, which is small, but they sell their coffee in stores and they run a small coffee house. Nice. 1 dislike. All right. All right. Let's jump into our next section, which is business news. Business news. Business news. Where's my business news? All right. We use corporatocracy around here. So we talk about corporatocracy because, of course, the businesses are taking over the world. All right, so Google is trying to earn more money from YouTube by capitalizing on people using it for searches. So apparently now they're trying to basically do, it's really nothing different than they don't already do on the Google search engine, only now it's implemented towards Google instead, which basically now you're getting, when you do something for search, now you're going to get some Google video ads above the rest of the videos in the feed. Oh, God. Oh, God. So, and then, of course, you get all these other things. So you use it for that. You have an ad up here, and then here's all your things here, and then, this is crazy. That's insanity. That's insanity. But anyway, it just is just a little change in how they're doing that. And for the next one, we have to start with a tweet that's, or not a tweet. Somebody left me a comment. And the comment said, I think you're being too hard on Musk. From what I see, he just made a joke that got out of hand. Also, ungoogled Chromium Master Race. All right. So let's talk about this. Is it just he made a joke that got out of hand? No, I'm not too hard on Musk. He is a flipping sociopath. He's an idiot. He is a sociopath, okay? He's crazy. He has no empathy, no anything. So, of course, he's getting sued in 2 nations over the pedophilia ravings, which wasn't a little joke. It was a ravings left and right. Then he did the tweet, which got him an investigation from both the SEC and the Department of Justice. SEC cut a deal with him last Saturday, saying you have to resign from the board. You're not allowed to be on the board for Tesla for 3 years, but he can keep the CEO position, but all of his tweets now will have to be vetted. Now, he is still in the period before his tweets have to be vetted by somebody at the company, so he's living it up, yo. He's just out here just doing out tweet storms. Just wanted to tell that short seller enrichment commission is doing incredible work, and the name change is so on point. Guys, this is a sign of a guy who has zero remorse for the fact he's breaking laws regarding securities commissions and costing a lot of people a lot of money. I think the SEC was too generous on him. And I hope that they see what he's doing now, realizing it's doing it just for spite, and pull their deal and simply prosecute him. And they will win. Because this is a guy who is unhinged. He is an idiot. He needs to be removed from public boards of companies. He needs to be removed from high positions in public companies because he is unhinged. He has no empathy. He has no compassion. He has nothing except himself. He is a crazy, sociopathic megalomaniac. That is what he is. And you can tell because he has no remorse over it. He doesn't acknowledge he's done wrong, despite the clear violation of the law. Note, the SEC does not file charges against you unless it's going to win. The evidence is unparalleled. And I hope that they pull their deal from him for this crap. So no, I'm not being too hard on Musk. He's a crazy sociopath, and he's causing market stuff to go crazy. And it impacts not only his stocks, it impacts investment portfolios. It can impact mutual funds that have Tesla stock in them. It can impact a lot of things, all because he is a crazy sociopathic maniac with a Twitter account. Sounds kind of like the president too, but we're talking about Musk right now. So no, I have not been too hard on him. But he's still going crazy with all the tweets. I mean, this is the second one he's done. Ooh, I'm naughty by nature. I'm naughty by nature. Ooh, making fun of the securities SEC. Which, by the way, this tweet caused the stock to go down a lot again. It would not surprise me to see the SEC come in and say, you know what? We've been nice. We're done being nice. Let's go play ball, buddy. This guy needs stopped. No, I'm not being too hard on Musk. He's crazy. He has no position in a publicly traded company. All right, now on to the fun story. Windows 10. If you happen to be running Windows, do not, I repeat, do not update that device unless you have a full, rock-solid backup of all your data, because a lot of people are saying this Windows update is deleting all of your personal data. Now, the way this updates, it's supposed to update everything around your personal folders. So your documents, your music, your pictures, your videos, all that kind of stuff is supposed to be completely untouched. The Windows system will make a restore point in a Windows.old backup and roll the update out and put it in there. The problem is that Windows.old does not take any of your personal files with it. So what happens is this thing goes in, it makes a copy of the old version of Windows, it wipes out all your personal data, installs the new Windows on top of it, and then you don't have anything. And you're like, oh crap, this is garbage. You roll back, and you still don't have your data. Congratulations, Windows. This is what happens when you lay off your entire QA staff and let your user base be your QA. So just a note, be careful with this. Of course, this is from their individual support forum. Last night, updated it. Everything is deleted. The independent advisor comes in. Hey, Stuart, it does seem to be an emerging bug today. Bug? This is an overgrown tarantula, people. This is an overgrown tarantula. This ain't no bug. Holy moly. So, yeah, this Windows 1809 update is causing a lot of issues. This guy, fortunately, he had a backup of his data. Scary, scary. What has worked for some users is restart, not shut down your PC 3 or 4 times. This will fix the issue a lot of times. How does that fix the issue? I don't know. Just be careful. Don't upgrade Windows for a while if you're running Windows. Fortunately, they're not pushing this one out to people. It has to be manually updated at this point in time. But it's coming. It's coming. It's their new way of pushing their cloud services. Oh, but if you had everything on OneDrive, it wouldn't have been a problem. We're back, still listening. All this talk of coffee, I want one. Nice. Drink green tea instead of coffee. There you go. There was actually quite a long time I did not drink green tea. The active ingredient in green tea is what is it? Oh, I'm forgetting the compound now. I actually used that in one of my studies because I was doing. I worked with cancer cells. We were doing studies in the HepG2 immortalized human liver tissues. And I was basically doing transfections and testing a variety of different receptor type build combinations with some experimental compounds from a variety of things. Well, one day we had this green tea extract in there, and because some other guys were using it, and my PI and I were looking at it going, I wonder what happens if we treat it with that. Let's try it. The cells became eraser shavings. I mean, it was weird. I've never seen a single chemical destroy so many cells so fast in my life. So for a long time, I stopped drinking green tea. Oh, boy. Is this video demonetized? I don't know. Let me find out. Live streaming. And events. It is still monetized. It is still monetized. Shockingly, it is. Funny seeing a guy like me order a chai tea latte. There you go. Oh, great. More ads on how many more ads do you need? Yep. On Linux, they don't need a reason to demonetize anymore. It's just an automatic for certain channels. Yep. Well, Joe Rogan practically said it does not matter if the NSA surveil all our data all the time because ordinary people are of no interest. Yep. See, strip him of his assets, send him to jail for a while, let him come out and try and find a job with a felony conviction. Let's see what he thinks of all of us ordinary broke people now, you know. Trump's tweets should be vetted. It's okay. He can slide into our DMs whenever he wants now with the new alert system. Yep, there you go. Musk is insane. That's why the government loves him. You used to think Musk was cool. Now he's a jerk. Yeah. Elon is the real Batman. Batman's crazy too if you're into the Marvel universe. Well, Batman is DC, not Marvel. K's genius protege. I don't think he's genius. I don't think Musk is a genius, by the way. Musk is good at ideas, and Musk is good at marketing. That is it. But those are the things that make you that will make you a multimillionaire in this world. You just have to market to somebody to come up with a way to turn your vision into reality, and then you have to market it to other people to make them want to buy it. That's all he is. I don't think he's a genius. This is good one. Deletes your files for sure. Yeah, it's like Windows is like, you know what? We just think that most people are pirating stuff anyway. Let's just clean slate all these Windows installs, you know? Elon Musk would be Iron Man in Marvel's universe, though. I don't know. Imagine how many average people just upgrade and don't know to check these things. Can you say Linux bug is an understatement? Like I said, giant tarantula. Microshaft never was too bright. It's not a bug, it's a feature. But at least your Microsoft Office stayed intact. Should have jumped on sooner. You did the coffee story. Yes, I did. I did the coffee story. Okay, think people use that crap for business. A feature under development. Subscriber. If data being deleted is not the straw that broke the camel's back, nothing is the man. But it could wipe your drive and give you BSOD, and then you'll stick with them. Yeah. Just use the advanced settings in the update system to defer upgrade for a full year. That'll stop it from installing. Yeah, until next year. How many caught on fire during the coffee store? Yes, I did, PK. Hello, LJ. Greetings. China is bugging your mobos, yeah. I'll be switching to Linux this week, so I could care less. There you go. Hello, cool dude. Must have been one of those lucky ones not to have my documents deleted. Yeah, like, I think some of the factors, if you had it somewhere that wasn't on the C drive, they were generally okay. And there were a few other factors that made your documents okay, but do the coffee story again. I missed it. Well, the coffee story in a brief summary is that there's a coffee shop in the United States. There's one location now, and they're wanting to branch out to all of the other supposedly cities with high-end Ivy League colleges, which goes to show how stupid some people are, that rather than paying, you give up your personal data in exchange for the coffee. Yeah, that's the brief summary. Hello, Steve's very own. How's it going there? Some Linux updates do the same thing. At least if the Linux, though, borks the system, it leaves your files generally intact. Moral of the story, no matter what operating system you're on, make a backup before you update the operating system, for crying out loud. Crying out loud. All right, and now on to our new topic for this week. New topic for this week is kind of crazy, or is this what the, or is it, I want to do like WTF, but I don't like doing that. Of course, our image is from Sillyville. So brought to you from Sillyville. Number one, the Seattle Police Department is putting in a program to protect you from swatting. I just didn't know where else to put this. So Seattle, so I mean, you guys, I think Pizza, you're in Seattle, right? So you might want to sign up for this, Pizza. Just go into the police station, give them all your data. So basically there is a, they use their 911 system, utilizes an individual company, I think it's Rave Facility. So Rave Facility is an online company that supports their 911 system. And for people that want to take advantage of it, they can call in to the Rave Facility and put in certain type of information. So if you are a DNR, or do not resuscitate, if you're in the medical field, if you're a DNR, you might put that on file. If you're diabetic, you have certain allergies, particularly allergies to medicines, you might go on and fill in all that information. And if police are called to your address, and they'll get a flag that says, hey, a person living here might have these allergies, might be a DNR. It's a neat system to allow things. Well, what the Seattle Police Department wanted to do is say, hey, what if we use this system so people can come in and flag and say, hey, I'm a game streamer. This is generally the times that I stream. This is the channel. And so if somebody were to attempt to swat one of these people, then they would basically, it would flag the Rave Facility system, and then they could see, oh, this person might just be doing a live stream, and it would give the first responders a chance to look into this a little bit more detail. Now, of course, the good news about this is that it could actually help legitimate swatting against people whose information were legitimately doxed. It wouldn't do anything to fix that situation of the guy who was killed in Kansas due to the swatting, because they were just responding to some fake address. And then, of course, some people were saying, the super devil's advocates were jumping on and saying, well, some people might throw it on there just to cause more havoc into the system. So it's a weird, interesting thing. Basically, you can go to the site, you can create the register button, and then basically give them a whole lot of data and other things, and just type in swatting concerns into the platform. So it's an interesting idea, and I'm not going to overly criticize it at all, because I think something needs to be done about this incidence of swatting, and I think this is the first time that I've seen what could potentially be a good positive thing. I mean, I think if my town had a swatting program, I would probably join it, to be perfectly candid. Because the last thing I really need is a whole lot of guys busting through my door with an assault rifle, okay? I just don't need that in my day. That's just me. But you know, of course they come around here and just want to throw in tear gas because some raving lunatics in here screaming fire, 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 yelling at, whatever. But anyway, that's that. Next, I should have put this one under evil tech, but I only had really one article about this. Maybe I should have done two evil. You know what? These last two articles, they're but they're also kind of evil techiness. So I don't know what we're going to do. Let's just do evil tech for a bit, because I haven't done my evil tech background in a while. All right, so in Arizona, like Waymo legitimately, sometime this year, is going to be releasing driverless, completely self-driving driverless taxis. There is zero oversight in this field right now. If you live in Arizona, where these are set to roll out first, you guys had better be contacting your state legislator saying, keep the driverless cars off the road until we have regulation in place. Oh my God, regulation, you're such a Democrat. No, because, see, I'm not an independent because I think some things should be illegal. And I think qualifying as should be possibly illegal or at least highly regulated by the government is placing self-driving several-ton vehicles without humans on the road with the rest of us. I don't want that. If you live in a state where these are going to roll out, you better be getting a hold of your legislators and saying, do something about this. Halt it, stop it, until we get regulation so we know what's going on. There is zero regulation about this. So basically, they can essentially do whatever because there's really no laws. In fact, they are lobbying to get some of the weird existing laws changed to allow this faster. It's like the push for 5G. It's like, what are you guys hiding? It's kind of weird. Started expecting fully automated self-driving taxis with no human safety driver in the vehicle. Guys, this is not going to go well. This is not going to go well. I mean, I know that Waymo has had the best safety record, but how long before someone gets in there and just starts screwing with the thing? I mean, this is America, okay? America is the country where some guy up in Canada, you guys are much nicer folks up north of the border here. They developed a robot. You guys remember the hitchhiking robot? The cute hitchhiking robot. He started in Canada. He took a trip through Europe. He went and saw a lot of sights. He comes back to the United States. Not even a week in the United States. He's mugged and destroyed in the city of Philadelphia. If you guys don't remember the hitchhiking robot, do a search for it. It's hilarious. The self-driving robot toured the whole world in safety. Lands in the United States. He gets mugged and torn apart in Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. And we want to put self-driving vehicles with no human safety driver on our road with us Americans? Oh, hell no! Oh, hell no! Not a chance! Not a chance! Are you guys asking for pure death? Death? I don't want death by a self-automated car with some idiot in the background who's sitting there going, dude, it's coming over to crash this thing! Woohoo! Woohoo! Oh my God! They're going to let crazy Americans in these vehicles without other people to take control of the situation with self-driving cars that blue screen of death and run people over? Holy hell! We have a crazy America right now, folks. We have a crazy America. And someone is going to jump in one of these things in a full-on guy mask suit. They won't know who the guy is because he will have ordered the thing with a burner. Can't get back. He's going to jump in this thing and go crazy with it. That's what's going to happen. Oh, Lord, people. Not in America. Not in America. This is stupid. Slow down. Governments of this country. Responsibility. Responsibility. Put in a little regulation so we have some checks and balances in place and we know what we're getting into before we put autonomous AI robotic murder machines on our roads. For the love of America. Oh, Lord. Oh, boy. All right, we do have to go back to what the on this last story, though. This robotic finger attachment for your smartphone will gently caress your hand. It's a pedophone! That's creepy! Coffee! It touches users in different locations. Ooh, this one has a humanistic looking finger. Uh, well, that's enough of that. I'm totally creeped out. It'll touch you. It will rub you on your skin. Woo! It'll give you a finger when you get a notification. It crawls across the table to you. Here, take a look at this finger. Look at this photo. Hey, phone, crawl over to that guy. I mean, that legitimately reminds me of the ending scene in Terminator 1. You know, the Terminator's like just like half of a robot at this point, still crawling along. It's like, will it ever stop? Will it ever stop? It gently caresses your hand. I'm scared now. Check, please. I want out. I want out of the human race. Oh boy, do the okay, let's see. Just be reasonable. Linux updates do the same thing. Okay, wouldn't be surprised if MS deletes all third-party browsers on upgrade. Yep. We got rid of Chrome and Firefox because you have Edge. I run Arch upgrade 2 times a day. Never had a system borked like that. Took 2 days to restore my wife's laptop after the 1809 update. The nightmare. Oh, Lord. Oh, boy. Stick with Debian based, yeah. Asia Pi needs to be stopped as well. Yeah, yeah. Mint is Ubuntu from a Debian code. Data driver is Debian, and whenever I install Linux on family members' PCs, it's usually Ubuntu. Ubuntu is based on... Really? Ubuntu is based on Ubuntu? Wow, I didn't know that. Well, you call this car Tesla, but looks up to Thomas Edison. He's a scam artist. People who swat others are just despicable. Yeah. Ubuntu is Debian based with some tweaks. Aldridge, not fork anymore. Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Ubuntu's repos have higher versions of packages, though. Than what? You like pen testing like I do, Debian/Parrot is the way to go. I'm going to sign up for Seattle SWAT thing. Cool thing my city's doing it. There you go. Swatting is what kept me from being a Twitch streamer. Sadly, I was really good at streaming my gameplay, real entertaining, but then I got scared and had to stop. That's sad. Mine was worse. It wouldn't install, and I was in an endless loop trying to restore. I had to reinstall the system. My wife didn't keep much on it. Yeah. Switch my laptop to Debian from Ubuntu. If it's working on Ubuntu, I'd keep it on Ubuntu. If you're having issues with Ubuntu, yeah, consider Debian or other distros. I mean, use the Linux distro that works for you. Only if you're comfortable with Linux and don't mind having to do things yourself sometimes without the Ubuntu community ease of use feature to fall back on. Please just use cruise control. Yeah, it's easy. I know Ubuntu uses deb files like Debian does, but I think it has a higher kernel. It's been a while since I've checked the Debian family. Yeah, it's the kernel in Debian is going to depend on whether you're on stable or whether you're on testing. So long as unlimited compensation for civil court cases can be applied, perhaps regulation is not needed. Elders is based on Debian testing. Okay, Benjamin Elder. Okay, it's based on Debian testing or unstable is why higher or later packages. Debian has 4.18. I'm on testing unstable though. Yeah, I don't know what my stable Debian is. I'd have to look into it. Sound like Cornholio. Debian is wicked stable though. Wouldn't hesitate to put it on a server. Yeah, I either run Debian servers or Ubuntu servers. I like Ubuntu servers because it's just so convenient and it's very stable. I had an Ubuntu server running on AWS once that wasn't updating. I ended up fixing it. I forget exactly how, but anytime we tried to update it, it would reboot itself instead. We just couldn't get it to work right. It was something, I just had to toggle one thing to get it fixed. I don't know. I don't remember what it was, though. Self-driving cars means crackhead smoking pot in the back. Just saying. Yep. Tom on Fire is more like a Joker rant. And Debian testing unstable is incredibly stable compared to... I mean, there's a lot of art. I mean, a lot of Arch people have good luck too. I don't know. They have Harry Rollins, been all over the world, and said most dangerous place ever been in the bar was in California. Yeah. Should base these cars on Arch, enable the testing repos. What could go wrong? How am I supposed to drink my coffee without self-driving cars? This is very true. Self-driving equals car, party car. Finger is just creepy. Yes, it is. If somebody gives you one of these, are they giving you the finger? Self-driving car delivered a drunk passenger to the police so the officer could issue a citation for public intoxication. They should base the cars on Windows. What could possibly go wrong with that? The problem with the Apple cars is they don't have Windows. Techlore is oddly turned on. It's crawling. I don't think that's what the little finger attachment will ultimately be used for. I don't want to know what people are going to use this for. All right, I'll have to... Techlore says I need to review it. Where do I find this thing? Oh boy, the last line. Oh Lord, look at the last line of the article. Then again, maybe a finger softly stroking your wrist isn't all that different from those disembodied limbs like we like to rest our heads on at the end of the long day to substitute for the loving touch of a boyfriend or girlfriend. Are we okay? By the way, I didn't include it, but some rich investor was going to open up a robotic... What was it? It was like... Oh, it was a sex robot brothel in Houston, and the city's like, no, this is too extreme for us, yo. Alright, let's see where I can find one of these things. No, I don't want to join and create a free account. Alright, fine, new scientist. I guess I won't view your website. If you want me to log in and create an account, no. Oh, he's got one with a scorpion. Oh, you got to see these. You got to see these. So he's got the human finger, of course. There's this one. This one is a kitty app with a fuzzy kitty tail. Why? Like, this is... I've never seen so much stupidity since Animojis came out on iPhone. Here's a little scorpion tail. What if you can put real poison in there? I don't know. Yeah, I gotta see if I can buy me one of these, man. That'd be awesome. It'd be awesome to buy myself one of them. I'm not gonna read that comment, but I'm not gonna delete it either. There are certain sites that would be useful for. This is going down a bad path. Oh boy. Oh, did I lost my place. There we are. Make this finger a meme on your channel, please. Is this finger thing suitable for my channel? I don't know. It was just too crazy to not include. If that thing was ever made standard with phones, I'll stop using cell phones altogether. It senses your voice going up, and so it strokes your hand as a motion of, oh, it's okay. Alien DNA powers that finger. Yet women will clamor for it. I so want to say that, but I'm not going to. Don't think I'll be turning my phone into a thing from Adam's family anytime soon. Phone with a finger, OMG. CJ, have you filled out that? Hey, CJ, have you filled out Anna Rita's Mars application yet?
Not yet, Anna Rita. We haven't gotten to it. We have a lot to go through.
Yeah, I'll pass that through. I'll pass that Mars application through for you. Just imagine what a whole hand can do. The major distros for daily drivers, Debian, Arch, Fedora, OpenSUSE, etc., maybe Ubuntu or Manjaro. I don't like distros that come and go quickly. PC Linux OS is 15 this month. Very good. Time I'll ever use that phrase in my life. Windows 7 support ends. Microsoft may be going to a subscription service. Windows 10 new October update. Going to delete your data and leave the empties folder. Yeah, I covered the article earlier. Crap, there's this annoying bugs in Linux Lite where sometimes when I close something, it logs me out. Wow. That's not good. And you get the finger. Did Linus give us the finger? Ew, a bot brothel? Yeah. What do I mean? Q1 Fiend, greetings. Sucked up into the data servers. Imagine having a job cleaning them. Oh, I don't even want to think about a job cleaning them. Someone paid you 20 bucks to put Facebook and Cortana on your phone. Would you do it? Oh, yeah. I mean, I got backup and root store points on my phone. I'd do the same thing I had to do to verify an Apple account to put my podcasts on iTunes. You had to verify the account by not only creating the Apple account, but then you had to sign into the Apple account through iTunes. So I installed iTunes on a Windows 10 virtual machine with a snapshot, logged into iTunes, and then rolled the thing back. So it's like iTunes was never there. Yep, there you go. 8.1 Pro, do you think it's Windows 10? Not 100% sure. Can that finger run Crisis? I don't know. Finger could keep your pet rock entertained. I wonder if the cat would like being pet by the finger. Will lose their natural affections, become lovers of self. Yeah, it sounds very familiar. Coffee is a precious commodity. Yes, Tux Digital, but would you give up all your personal data to a coffee shop for coffee? And hello, Tux Digital. Greetings. All right. It's like doing closing by Alt F4. That's the only time I get it to happen. Facebook and Cortana on your phone for 6 months continuously. No. Pay me $1 million, sure. Well, that's what we got, folks. Let's go ahead and do the best part of this thing. Let's go ahead and engage in a kitty feast. Oh boy, kitty. Oh boy, kitty. It's a kitty feast. It's a kitty feast. Okay, I think we're back. Okay, let me see where we're at over here. All right, we're back. It's like only when I go to feed the cat anymore, right? Did you get one? I don't think you got one. We'll give you an A for effort, though. Ready, buddy? Right here. And we'll give you one more, because I don't think you got one the first time. Yeah. Are they finger licking good? Yeah, they're finger licking good. I wonder if the cat hit a button combination when he came over here. Or it's just something like OBS just doesn't like feeding the kitty, because every time, like the last couple times I went to feed the cat, that's when OBS crashed out on me. It's kind of funny. All right, let's see. Google's crash due to kitty cuteness. That's right. Kitty's excitement interfere with the electronics and and the PC and OBS. Yeah, that is exactly what the case, because he is a space alien. So every now and again he interferes. So, you know. So, but who gave us this finger? Cat walks on my keyboard all the time, and I have 3. That's a nightmare. All those key bindings. Yep. All right, guys. I think we're going to jump off. Let's see. We've had 82 total hours. Average view duration of 24 minutes and 15 seconds. 68 people peak concurrent. 54 viewing right now. 204 playbacks. All right. Kitty, anything else you want to say other than meow? All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. And we will catch you guys later. And don't forget to check out the links in the description down below for all the ways you can help support Switch to Linux. And we will catch you later.